right, folks. Do you see this big, empty room? Well, in a little bit, this is about to be the world's coolest fingerboard park. But we gotta start from somewhere, so we're starting from bare bones, absolutely nothing. Over the course of these next couple of videos, we're gonna be grinding, building, designing, and executing the sickest skate park ever. These videos are gonna be step by step from the very, very beginning until it's 100% finished. Stick along for the ride, boys. 13 feet. So this right here is basically just a rough draft of the room. This is the perimeter of what we're gonna be covering. So right now, we gotta get the materials for the walls and for the trim. So that's gonna be pretty much the first step that we're gonna have to do. So right now, I know that this wall is 13 feet, this one is 13 feet, this one is 14.5 feet, and this one is 3.75 feet. These aren't exact measurements, these are just a little bit over what we're gonna need. So that way we can just get the amount of materials and cut them down to size. The other thing we're gonna do in this video is we're gonna install the lights. So we're gonna probably do that first before any of this, but it's good to have a plan so we can get all the materials in one trip. We're getting a shopping cart. I don't think we've ever gotten a shopping cart for an Undialed video before. All right, so right now we're looking at the lighting, and we found this really cool light down here that actually doubles as a Bluetooth speaker, which is really interesting. So we'll have a little sound system in the room. There's the 6-foot pieces of 2x4. Let's make sure they're straight. Woo! We got 2 carts full. Pretty crazy. And this isn't even everything yet. This is just the beginning. This is just the walls and the lighting and a few little accessories. We'll get you at the house when we're putting this together.
Who needs a truck when you got an SUV? You see young Will in the distance.
All right, so now we gotta find out which outlet is actually connected to these switches right here, because these switches control one of the outlets, but we don't know which one it is. So we're gonna go through and try all the outlets until one of them turns it on. All right, I think we found the outlet. Let's find out.
Let there be light and Bluetooth speaker.
We found the light.
Listen. Boom! Let's begin the Undialed Park. Will, what's going on?
I think there's an air raid. So we got the lighting set up. You can see we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights and a speaker. This room is very well lit, which is good. Now we'll have proper lighting when we install the plywood to the walls and the trim and all of the boring stuff. And then we'll start building the Fingerboard Park. New saw is good. So I've just measured from here to here, from here to here, from here to here, and here to here. And that gives me a square with all 4 destination points that I'm gonna cut out for this outlet. Also gonna cut a little notch out for right here. And then after that, we're gonna screw it into the wall and the first board will be done. All right, in theory, that should be where the outlet is.
So you may be wondering why we just drilled a hole. Well, to answer your question, because this thing isn't really gonna be able just to get into the wood. So now there's a little hole. That's gonna be our entry point. So, it's alive. We now have a hole. One of 2.
so the room is pretty much complete now. We have boards all along the walls. It looks like we're getting ready to prepare for a hurricane or something. But all we have to do now is do this little section down here, which is gonna be pretty easy. Just measure the height and the width, cut it out of this guy, and start marking it up.
So we just finished. It looks really weird because this room for the past 3 months that we've lived here has been completely dark, but now it's light and full of plywood. So as you can tell, we cut out all of the electrical circuits and then had to cut this thing out too. And then those three, just like the last one we did. So now we're basically gonna go through and mark up how we wanna cut everything. And then we're gonna unscrew them, cut them, and then paint them.
This would look pretty boring if it was just like flat at the top. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create some really cool shapes out of all of this. I don't know, it just looked nice. So let's get to it.
So that looks like a bunch of jumbled babu glah. In our minds, it all makes sense. So basically, what is going down is this whole room is separated into sections, right? So each section is gonna have its own vibe slash theme. So the way that we're gonna cut the top of the wood depends on what theme that would be. So for example, we're doing a foam and resi area right in here, from here to here. And we're gonna make it kind of like Corby. If you've ever seen Corby, there's like these really cool drips. And so we're gonna paint the drips on it. It's gonna look really sick. So from roughly here to over here, there's gonna be, something I'm not gonna say. I can't spoil the surprise. You gotta keep watching the videos to see what goes down. It's gonna be a fish tank. We're gonna have the aquatic section. So we're gonna have some waves up in here, just so you can catch some waves on the surfboard. It goes from the ocean into the jungle. From the ocean, the jungle, it's gonna go up into some mountains, right? Some peaks of the mountains. We're dropping into the desert. So this little section is gonna be the desert slash like AZ, so there's gonna be some sand dunes you can ride. There's gonna be the Great Plains of good old Amarillo, Texas, from that's where I'm from. So we're gonna have some Amarillo stuff. This kind of starts with just some hills. This area is gonna have a little section that swings out like this. So you can come in the middle and shred it like a champion. So it's gonna be like that little thing right there. Because we can't really build against the window, and it'd be a pain to always drop your fingerboard behind this, or your finger scooter, or finger dirt bike. And then from this little area, it's gonna go into the industrial area, which is gonna be kind of like our other fingerboard park that's over there. That is basically just gonna be a bunch of concrete obstacles. We're gonna have some stuff for good old Will, because he's from the Bay and Denver, so we're gonna have some iconic buildings cut out from in here, and then we're gonna have some crazy stuff. Dude, and then the fingerboard park, the one you all know and love, is gonna be right here. So if you guys don't keep up with Undialed and don't subscribe and turn on post notifications, or go to undialed.co to the fingerboard store, I mean, you're pretty much just slacking in all aspects of life. So let's get started.
All right, so like Clayton said, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start drawing some drips, and yeah, let's do it. All right, so the drips have been drawn. Blend this with waves. I'm gonna make them look like, kind of like these waves right here. So for the next section, we're gonna be doing pretty much a city skyline around this whole corner.
Find the screw. It's a new game. The room has officially been cleaned out and the boards have been cut.
Right now, I am putting down the priming layer of paint. That way when we actually paint it the right color, the colors pop a little bit more than if they were just painted on the direct wood. But I don't think spray paint is the best option for this. I think I'm gonna need to get actual primer paint. So you saw me last night trying to paint this board with spray paint, and it really did not turn out that well. So I got all-purpose primer. So I'm gonna stir this up, and I'm going to pour it in this little basket and paint it onto the board over the spray paint. And for all the other boards, I'm just gonna paint on one layer. It's been a long journey so far, but I have finished painting all of the boards. I got a whole bunch of them. It's kind of boring to watch me do it just because it's just white. It's not very interesting. So now it's time for the interesting part, which is painting it color. So each one of these planks is kind of like its own theme, so I just gotta paint it accordingly so it matches to the theme. So for this first one, right here, it's like a city. I'm gonna paint that gray because most buildings are normally gray or like a silver color. So I figured it would just match for a kind of urban theme look. I got my gray right here, and I'm gonna start painting it, and it's gonna look dank. So it is the next day right now, and I just painted this wonderful sheet that is part of the water section. We actually got a lot of the sheets done. Let me show you. So right here, we have the drips meeting the water. We have the little divider board that's like completely splatter painted. We have the cityscape, both of them. We have this panel right here. It looks really cool. Then we got this panel, has the Willy Bird on it. And this goes into the mountains. Then we got the drips up here, looking nice. Also leading into the water. Then we got the trees I still need to paint. This thin piece of water panel I still need to paint. And there's some mountains behind it that I've started painting but need to finish. So when I'm painting all these panels, it's really important that I make sure that all of them blend into each other, just because I want all the panels to look like it's all been painted at one time, and I want it just to like all blend together nice and smoothly. So when I'm painting them, I make sure that I line the one I just painted up with the new one, so that way I can blend them together flawlessly. And if I don't do that, it can be kind of difficult. Got a fat splinter. Anyway, I'm gonna put a big rectangle square right here in black. Once that dries, I'm gonna make some undialed letters, and it's gonna look like a giant version of a sticker that we produce that you can go pick up at undialed.co. All right, you can tell how long I've been taping it for because it's turned into nighttime all of a sudden. But it's time to spray paint the white onto the letters. Let's see how good this turned out. Looks pretty good. Time to take it in. Ooh. Time to build the tables. Alright, so right now we are laying out all the 2x4s to basically make the frame for the table. The reason that we're making the frame first is so that way we can just just have like a skeleton of a table and then put this big board on top of it and then screw it in.
So we have finally completed the first of many tables. Actually, not of many, just like 5 tables. But with our building skills from our tutorials that you can go check out up here or over here in the cards, promise, we are professionals. So now we gotta make the legs and then we continue on. We now have some obstacles on here. We just took the thumbnail photo. But basically what we're doing is we attach the walls to the actual table itself so it becomes one big piece. We're gonna do that for the entire wall. And now that we've gotten the first part of the wall done, we gotta do this bad boy. So same thing, same, but different.
We now have this table built, which you just saw. And now we have this corner one. This might look like a table right here, but it's just a piece of wood. We still need to fill this gap. Now, what we're doing is we're making the corner piece that's gonna extend into the bridge. So instead of doing it like little sections here and there, we're just gonna kind of do it in one big section. So basically what I'm gonna be doing is we can't really build against this wall. Like it would be kind of, smiley face, man. So we can't really like build against this window, that just won't work. So we're gonna have like a little island area right here. And if you guys have seen the video where we review the 360-degree fingerboard park, it's kind of like that. It's a 180-degree fingerboard park because you can't go all the way around, but you can go from here to here. So it's a 180 fingerboard degree table. I didn't say that right. But right now, I'm getting the start of that. So right here is gonna be the beginning of the island, like it's gonna be this big. And I want the island thickness to be the same thickness as the tables over here, just so it looks pretty consistent. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm going to be making a line from here to here, and this triangle is gonna be gone. And then I'm gonna make a line from here to there, and then this triangle is gonna be gone, but I might make it a little bit funkier, just so it has a little bit more pizzazz. And then, if you haven't noticed already, we cut this down to size so it fits perfectly from here to the wall. And also, we cut a little hole in the back over here for the cords. So what I'm gonna be doing right now is I'm gonna be marking from here to here, so we have a nice clean line to cut, and also cutting out this. And then we're gonna build a nice little support for the table, put some legs on it, and it's be good to go. Good job. So that triangle is gonna be gone, and then the next one that I gotta do is from here to here. But I think it would be kind of cool if it wasn't just like a straight line, if it had a little bit of curve to it, or a little bit of an angle in it. So that's what I'm gonna do. All right, so scratch that idea. Basically, the reason we're scratching that is because if you're standing right here, there is no way you could reach that back corner, and there's gonna be obstacles back there. So we're gonna cut it in a little bit more and create more of like an S out of it. So that way you can actually get to the back corner, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to.
We're sitting here trying to work. And Will is just playing freaking fart sounds on this for the past hour.
Yeah, because
Dude, no. I don't.
You can't control your lower intestines. This is what I listen to all day.
Oh, God.
So right now we got the new table, and basically what we're doing is we are going to attach it to these boards in this corner, so that way it'll complete this corner. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna work on this middle section and then this corner. So, got quite a bit more to do. All right, so we've just finished this corner table right here. It looks super, super nice. The next thing that we're gonna do is create this corner table. And if you can tell by me standing right here, you can see that it shoots out right here. And then basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna create like a little island that goes along, or a peninsula, and then we'll have like the corner section over here. This over here is gonna be like the concrete section, I think, for now. And yeah, so basically the process of how we decide how the shape of this is basically we just get a marker and we kind of just draw out all the lines and everything that we need. We have a good template after we draw it out. Then we build the nice border that goes around, put some support beams in it, some legs on it, and then we'll put it up in the corner. It'll be good to go.
We're vlogging, boys, and we have the table. It's looking good. This is the second to last part that we're gonna have to do, but ooh.
Ooh, we got 2 legs on right now. 1 more to go. Oh. We did it.
So before anyone comments, you guys didn't show us how to do this. Well, actually we did show you how to do this in our how to make a ledge video. This is basically making a bunch of ledges in different shapes and then just putting legs on them. So if you want to do this yourself, it's actually really easy. It just takes forever and it's kind of aggravating. Me and Will have been mad this whole time. We've just been like, you know, cord is right here. We're like, ugh! But it's fine. We're like this close to being done.
All right, guys, so the skeleton of the skate park has been finished. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tables that are all together. This project has been absolutely insane building it so far. Like in this video, you've basically seen us build this room from absolutely nothing, which is wild. So yeah, like I keep saying, this is just the beginning of what is to come. We still need to obviously build a fingerboard park on all of it. And when we say fingerboard park, we're not just talking like putting ramps on here like this. We're talking about doing all different types of materials and having just the most badass fingerboard park in the entire world. Make sure to go to undialed.co to pick up your fingerboard products that you want oh so badly. And also go to Undialed FB and make sure you follow it on Instagram. Also, we have camps at Corby coming up, so if you're a scooter rider and want to learn how to do social media work and learn how to ride your scooter better, come to the Corby camp, sign up. Link down below. All right, guys, I'll catch you later. Peace out.